Hi, this is Nathan Waldorf with Herman Waldorf and Company Realtors, and I'm going to tell you how to survive the lending process today. It's hard for home buyers today to understand what they are in for as they get their loan. Usually, here's my little cartoon character who's found a house that they really want to buy, but usually before you even start looking at homes, you're going to get together with the lender. You're going to fill out a loan application like this one, whether it's on paper or online, and they're going to ask for different normal documentation like your W-2s, maybe even for the past couple of years. They're also going to want pay stubs for the past few months, and they're going to want copies of your bank statements for the past few months. They're going to want investment statements. They'll end up pulling your credit, looking at your income, and it'll give you an idea of what you can buy. After all that, if you make your applications, you're going to think things are going great. This really isn't that bad, like everybody says. So after you come to an agreement, you put on paper what you want to offer on a house, and you come to an agreement with the seller on a price. Then you're going to give that contract to your lender, and your lender on the left in this drawing with the tie on, is going to hand it to the underwriter, who's the guy on the right that's taking the contract. And that underwriter's job is to look your loan up one side and down the other. And to be honest, they're going to start asking, they're going to find stuff that they want or need. And then they're going to start asking you funny questions. So they're going to call you up and say, hey, I need this piece of paper or that piece of paper, or who knows what. One of my favorite stories about what an underwriter asks for of a home buyer came from an accountant. And this accountant's client had to provide his 40-year-old daughter's birth certificate to prove that she was no longer a dependent. So one of my another story that I saw from loanofficermagazine.com was where the underwriter didn't like a home buyer's address, and they demanded an explanation. So the home buyer responded with a letter. To whom it may concern, I do not live in my post office box. So to be honest, I've seen people who had very little debt on anything be asked to submit things like tax returns. Saw some people have to submit some proof that their rental homes that they owed no money on, that their rental homes taxes had been paid, so that wouldn't come back to bite the lender. And one lender told me as I was making this video that when people ask her why so many forms are required, she told me that not everyone is as honest as you. That's what she typically tells the people. Not everyone's as honest as you. In fact, she gets fake forms once every 2 weeks, which I think is incredible. So people trying to get loans using fake forms. So the lending process today is crazy. The catch is, if you want to get the money, then you have to jump through their hoops. I had one client say, why can't they just ask for everything at once? I've dropped off papers to those lenders several days in a row. And here's my cartoon of the little guy running to the bank with his papers that have been asked for. And to be honest, your lender has already gathered everything that's kind of normal in a transaction, and underwriters later on are often asking for different documentation that isn't always the norm. Just remember that you're going through this whole loan process to get the home that you went through 30 other homes to find. So you've got to do what the bank asks you to do, really, to get their money. Fighting the system and asking why doesn't make the process easier. Honestly, it makes it miserable. Know that the requests are going to be crazy that you're going to get as you go through the lending process. Provide them what they ask for, and you'll be in your new home soon enough. Feel free to call us or email us with any questions that you have, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.